Welcome to New England Real Estate Academy and our video regarding the NAR settlement and changes to buyer agency. Hi everyone, I'm Deb Bailey and I am the owner and director of education here at New England Real Estate Academy. We felt it was important to address the NAR settlement and how it's going to affect buyer agency at this time, but I certainly want to note that this is a process that is still evolving. So we will keep you up to date as time goes on with any changes that may be occurring. So let's understand the particulars regarding changes to buyer agency. Going forward, as of mid-July, there will no longer be a co-op requirement, meaning that the seller is going to have to, as a norm, pay the buyer agent. Also on MLS, there will not be the option to enter buyer compensation. However, off of MLS, for example, on your brokerage website, certainly a buyer comp can be offered to buyer agents. The buyer is going to have to sign sooner in the process of you representing them than later a buyer representation agreement, which is going to change based on this new settlement as well as a new listing agreement. At this point in time, that's when you want to be sure that the buyer understands what the compensation agreement is going to be. Remember, always commissions have been negotiable. So now it is going to be an item that you need to have a scripted, serious conversation and explanation with your buyers. So who is going to pay the buyer's agent? It certainly could be the seller. You could ask for compensation as part of a concession in your offer. The buyer could be responsible for paying you, and it appears that some of the major federal loans, such as FHA and VA, will be writing that probability into loans so that could be financed either as a closing cost or as part of the loan going forward. Keep tuned for that information. Or it could be both. It could be split or negotiated in another way. You want to be clear to the buyers when they're signing the buyer agreement with you why they need you. Representation, certainly the listing agent is not going to do fiduciary duties for the buyer. The negotiation, they need a good seasoned buyer agent to help them through this process and guide them. Help them with financing and finding lenders, home inspectors, etc. Through the appraisal process, the market value of properties that they're looking at. Remember always, this is a major financial investment. This isn't like when, for example, websites such as Expedia and Kayak came on the scene and really put a dent in travel agents. Those are small potatoes compared to somebody making a major financial investment in buying a home. They will still need you. Starting today, here's what you need to do as far as a buyer agent. Number one, you need to have great communication with your brokerage as to how they are looking to have these transactions take place. But now is a perfect time, everyone, to become a buyer specialist. Start taking steps now. You want to be able to do marketing materials that show your value. Why should they choose you over another buyer agent? And why is a buyer agent still important despite these changes with the settlement? Get your scripts together. Know how to present yourself when you are doing a buyer agreement. Convince them, market to them why they need you. Also, keep your eye open, and your brokerage should too, regarding the new forms, listing forms, and buyer agreement forms that are going to be hitting us prior to mid-July when the changes take place. I've noted some resources on the screen, and I want you to look at Google and YouTube, not necessarily for the truth and the facts, but resources for you when you are putting your marketing materials together as to why people should choose you. A lot of buyer's agents, for example, may want to use the caveat that they will be providing a moving van or a packing service, that you will set up a buyer's booklet that takes them from meeting with you right through the closing as to how the process is going to work. Also, keep an eye on the Massachusetts Association of Buyer Agents and NAR and MAR for factual information, and also us on our resource tab at newenglandrealestateacademy.com. Because this is evolving, everyone, stay tuned. We will be sending out many more videos before mid-July. What you should start to do now, however, is get your marketing together. Make a list of the value you bring to a buyer, your experience, and how you can help them get the best deal possible. So go ahead, start that list. What are your values? Consider some other means that you haven't been using that perhaps you would like to use to entice buyers to work with you. I wish you all the best. We'll keep you posted at newenglandrealestate.com.